Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday, where we share words of wisdom. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kalia Patton. Now, look at here. I'm just going to shoot from the hip and give it to you straight. This is our topic for today. The topic for today is detox from your gadgets. Detox from your gadgets. You know what your gadgets are: your phone, your tablet, your desktop, your landline telephone, whatever your gadget is. That Apple Watch, all these different little uh, things that draw our attention away from what I would say reality, because we are so consumed with what's going on in the world today. We so consumed with everybody's business. You flip through Facebook, you see 10, 15, 20 people's pages every day, and it may not be that extreme, but it's just the fact that you're wired to the point where your phone can't leave your sight. You feel what I'm saying? Your phone sticks to you closer than a brother, okay? Your phone or your watch or whatever it is sticks closer to you than your mate, or sticks closer to you than your children, or sticks closer to you than your good friend. You feel what I'm saying? So we need to detox ourselves from these gadgets, because I think what the world is kind of gearing us up for is total reliance on gadgets, total reliance on technology. And let me tell you something. I've always been told a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I feel like if you're on these gadgets, these different little devices all day, every day, till it just consumes your whole life, it consumes all of your time, then what you're doing is you're pulling away slowly at your brain. Because God gave us this brain, you know, to be functional, to be useful, you know what I'm saying? To place within it content, knowledge, information, wisdom, you know. And so if we are putting junk in our minds on a daily basis, because a lot of things that we watched, a lot of the content, it pops up on our feed. We may say something about a certain topic, and then when you go and pull up Instagram, TikTok, you pull up Facebook, you will see that content in your feed. And you try to figure out, well, how did they know that? You were just having a conversation. So Big Brother, they say, the privacy laws or whatever, they are hearing you. Your phone hears what you're saying. And so it picks up, your thoughts. Even when you express them, you talking to somebody, having a conversation, all of a sudden, you were talking about cars. And then all of a sudden, the very car you were talking about pops up on your feed. Then you try to figure out, well, how did they know that? They're listening to your conversation. It's technology. This technology is fast paced, is moving at a fast rate. And we got to get to the point where we detox ourselves from this technology, from these gadgets that we have. Because look at here. We have all probably dealt with some illness, mental challenges, where we have had so much coming at us at one time that we didn't know how we were going to make it the next day. We didn't know how we were going to function. We didn't know how we were going to get out of our mess, because it's just so much information. I can see young people just walking around. They're clueless. It's almost like their mind is zombified. I was looking at a young lady this morning when I went to my child's school, high school. This is a high school student. She just went right between me and another parent that was talking. And so the other parent, not me, the other parent stopped her and said, "Babe, excuse me?" And so the baby was like, "Oh man, I didn't know. My mind was way off into Venus somewhere. I just didn't realize what I had done." Really? That phone was in her hand. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it makes you go to a place, it all rational thinking, all critical thinking. It just seems like it's out the window because you're so consumed with what's going on these gadgets. And I have had to get to a point where it was just so much stuff coming at me at one time on my feed that I just literally stopped tuning in to a lot of things. Why? Because I have a family. Why? Because I have me time that I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm concerned about me. Sometimes I got to give attention to myself. I can't give attention to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the news, and everything else, all these outlets, and don't give attention to me. Oh, no, no, no. We're not having that. We're not having that. We can't do that. We can't function like that. It's not healthy. I'm just going to say it. It's not healthy to be overly consumed with that. If you're spending more than 6, 7 hours on those gadgets, that's a problem. Because you got 24 hours in a day. You can think of many other things to do besides being in that phone. And some people spend more than 6, 7 hours. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. These children are spending more than 6, 7 hours on that phone, on their little gadgets, on their watches, on all these little outlets. They're spending more time than that. And you know what? I've noticed they have their social skills suck. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to communicate with one another, let alone an adult. They don't know how. It just seems like it's a disconnect somewhere. It's like, is this stuff rewiring your brain? Is that what's going on? That's what I feel a lot of times. I feel like this stuff is just rewiring your brain, changing the way you think naturally. You know? And so sometimes you just have to pull away and just see what's going on around you. See how detrimental it can become to you, because there's so much comparison. There's so much negativity a lot of times, and it's so much, people judging themselves based on what they wear, their style of clothes, how they communicate, how they do this, how they do that, and it makes other people feel like they have to measure up to that person. It just can be toxic. It really is not healthy. Some of these people that show you these pictures and show you their life, that's not their real life. I have heard people show you from top to bottom, they all together, but they homeless out on the street looking for a job. So your reality, your perception is misconstrued. Your perception is off, because what they showing you is not the reality of what's going on in their life. So you can't really, take it at face value. You can't really look at it for what it is, because 9 times out of 10, it's not what it is. 9 times out of 10, these celebrities are unhappy. These celebrities have issues. They have mental stuff going on. They dealing with stuff they ain't telling you. They won't tell you. But what they do, they hide behind their fame, they hide behind their clothes, they hide behind their money. They hide behind drugs. They hide behind whatever. You can look the part, but you toe up on the inside. That's traumatic. And some people are traumatized, very traumatized. But they walking around like they gold. They walking around like they at 100%. And baby, that phone, and just like a phone, they down to 15%. They barely making it. They are barely hanging on. Come on, somebody. So what I'm saying is, sometimes you need to find you some time within your day, a week, a month, and just detox from that stuff. I have been doing it for the past couple of weeks. I have not really been on. I've been doing prayers and things of that nature. That's just a ministry aspect. But me flipping through the phone, listening to this person, listening to that, I have not been doing that in a while. And you know what? I actually feel pretty good. I actually feel good that I'm not that locked in. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not having to charge myself up every day to listen to a bunch of people talk about this, that, the other. I feel like I'm in control of my life when I can set it down and put it to the side, and can say, no, I'm not having it today. I'm not watching that today. No, I'm spending time with my family. I'm spending time with me, because I need to deal with me. See what I'm saying? I'm going to read a book. Okay. I don't have time to be listening to all this crazy content, feeding my mind, feeding my heart, all this negativity, garbage, and unnecessary, unneeded information that won't carry me to my next place that I'm trying to go. I don't have that kind of time. You know what I'm saying? And then now I gotta detox myself. Now I gotta go get healed. Now I gotta go get delivered. Now I gotta go. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's time to detox. It is time. You will feel 10 times lighter if you could just detox from some of this stuff that you plugged into. I'm telling you, a lot of what you plugged into is not healthy for you. A lot of what you listening to, music, what you listening to, people, is not beneficial for you. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's making you think a certain way. It's making you feel a certain way. It's making you believe a certain way. And like I said, it won't help you along the way. It's chipping away at you. You have a life, you have purpose. You have so much ahead of you. And you need to invest in yourself. I mean, sometimes just going outside looking at God's green earth, the trees, going out there in the grass, just smelling the clean air, and just being around other people and communicating. It's healthy, instead of imprisoning yourself with a gadget. Because like I said, we are losing our ability to be social and interact with people because we're so tuned in. We're doing this all day, every day. It's toxic. It's not healthy. So this is our Wow Wednesday. I hope this was encouraging to you. I hope that you find yourself in this message, because I have. And like I said, for the past couple of weeks, I have not listened to anybody, and I felt good about it. You know why? Because I've been going through things. I've been going through some stuff. Family has been going through. And so I didn't have time to be listening to that garbage. I didn't have time. So, you have to do some detoxing. Even when it comes to eating and all that stuff, you gotta find some time to detox. Because we take in a lot of toxic stuff that needs to come out. So your mind can be clear. Your body can function properly. Your heart can function properly. And so I'm just encouraging y'all to do so. All right, now, this is, like I said, our Wild Wednesday. God bless you. I love you. We will be back for another Wild Wednesday. We got some catching up to do. All right, you all. Love you. Bye-bye.